Live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza, this is the third hour of Today. Ready, Set, 2020, a motivational Monday to help you face your fears. Sally Lou Loveman sharing how she went from a shy kid to working for Oprah to speaking in front of thousands of people. It's Motivational Monday. Longtime Oprah producer Sally Lou Loveman sharing how to overcome your fears and her 5 steps to becoming a better speaker.
Welcome back. All month long, we're getting you Ready, Set 2020. And today is Motivational Monday. And for a lot of people, the idea of speaking, you guys know, in front of a large audience or even a small one is terrifying. But our next guest is going to show us how to overcome that fear. Sally
Lou Loveman went from a shy kid to the audience producer for the Oprah Winfrey Show for more than 20 years, warming up the audience before each episode. Well, she's now sharing what she learned in a new book, Speak. Love your story, know your audience. And in full disclosure, you have worked on this program.
I have. Yeah. I've never been in Studio 1A. I've been in 6A. So this is a full circle moment.
Good morning.
For me.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
So when, for people who don't know what the warm-up person does for an audience, which is, people don't realize how important it is because you set up the mood for when the host comes out.
Right. Well, obviously, people were walking in hot. Like, they didn't need to be warmed up for Oprah. You know, It wasn't the hardest job, but it was, what I did was I connected that audience together to themselves, to the person that they brought with them. Because you couldn't just take anyone to Oprah. You had to take the person that stood by you in life. And we called it your top Oprah pick. So the audience warm-up was about connecting that audience. And that's what made our audience and our show so connected and different, because that audience was so connected to each other. And that's what I really try to do in my book and in my life.
I'm looking at these pictures of you in front of all of these people, thousands of people. And I'm sure people are like, don't you get nervous?
No,
And then what do you say to people who say, I could never do that?
So here's the thing about fear. I am scared of everything except for public speaking, which is the #1 fear. I'm scared of planes, boats, bridges, tunnels, self-park parking lots, all of it. However, I am not scared. Thanks for the laugh, everybody. I am not scared of public speaking or the dentist, but that's a separate topic. Because I'm in my purpose. I was a shy kid, like Al said. My nursery school teacher told my mother I would never make a friend. And then it was mean. And then it wasn't only just mean of her, but clearly, I wasn't there in the moment. I was 3 or 4. My mom must have told me, so that wasn't really nice either.
She passed that along.
She did.
Wow.
But okay, my mom's funny.
But here's the thing. For you, there's no fear. But for the average person, it's whether it's an audience of 1 or an audience of 100.
Doesn't matter, right?
So what's the key?
You have to be in your purpose. That's the thing. So you have to be. And when I'm in a TV studio, like right this second, I'm in my purpose. So I'm not scared of all the cameras. When I'm on a stage speaking to people, I'm in my purpose. Because when I was 14 years old, I went to the Mike Douglas show. My mom invited me. I accepted the invitation. I said yes. And I saw a girl on the set with a clipboard, like probably right here. And I was like, I want to do that. And that was my ticket to my career with Oprah. And then at 25 years old, I was handed a microphone and said, go warm up the studio audience. A producer said it to me. I was like, what does that mean? And I didn't know what to do. And I just spoke from my heart. And that's when I found my voice. And fear has no access when you're in your purpose.
But how do you find your purpose?
Right, exactly. How do you find your purpose? What makes you alive? What makes you happy? What is it that when you put your feet down on the ground in the morning that you're like, I want to do that? So whether it's Chanel, I read that you used to interview your, brothers with your pencil. Al, I'm sure you have tons of weather stories of like when you were a kid. Like that's the thing. Like you can't stop Chanel from interviewing someone because that's her purpose, right?
So what if, let's say, somebody watching here, they have to give a presentation at work, right? Which is a very common thing.
Okay.
I thought it was interesting that you said to share something about yourself or be a little vulnerable, even in a setting like that.
Yes, as long as it has to do with your topic. The audience won't remember what you said. They're going to remember how they felt. And a story is always sharing the story. That's what Speak, Love Your Story, Your Audience is Waiting is all about. I'm now a talk show guest because I say my book title. Anyway, so it's about sharing your story. And when you share your story with others, they immediately become comfortable and you become comfortable. And that's what your audience walks away with. You want your audience to walk away with wanting to take you home. And when you tell a little bit about you, like if you were speaking, you would tell a little story that someone doesn't necessarily know, and then they relate to it, because everyone, no matter how different our stories are, we all relate to a piece of it. And right now, we need love. So stories are about love.
Well, which works out because your name is Loveman.
It did work out for me.
Pretty well.
I married my brand.
There you go.
There you go.
Sally Lou Loveman.
Good.
Thank you so much. The book is Speak, Love Your Story. Your audience is waiting. And
Your audience is
we're
waiting.
glad we were waiting for you.
I'm so glad to be here. Thanks, Al.
We'll be right back.
Thanks, Chanel.